1031 Fresh Radio, London's official Christmas station. Hey there, welcome to the Scott and Kat Show. We are 5 days away.
Hey, you're here.
Oh, I am here today. Yes.
Welcome back. Now,
Thank
you were all set to have a long weekend, and we knew that, but you weren't feeling too hot yesterday. I did let people know that you did the right thing, though, and I think it was really important that we let people know that if you're not feeling good, don't get your colleagues sick.
Right.
You know what I mean? So although we missed you yesterday, we appreciate that you didn't come in here and screw everything up for everybody else.
The bar is very low for appreciation around here. Yes.
But just before Christmas, it's a good reminder because so many people are sick right now. It really is like everywhere.
Well, you know what shocked me is normally when you tell somebody you're sick, you get a lot of sympathy, like, oh, you poor thing, or oh, this or that. This time around, people were like, oh, great, you got it over with before the holidays.
Yes.
So I think people that haven't already been sick are fully anticipating getting sick over the holidays.
Honestly, it's what we've been talking about in our house. We were a little sick when we got back from our trip like over a month ago now. So I thought, is that it for me till like the new year or something? But it's a tricky one, especially when you have like kids in school. I know people in your house work in a school. So it's like there's illnesses everywhere and you're just crossing your fingers that you can actually open gifts on Christmas morning and not want to vomit everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like that's a win. If I wake up Christmas morning and I don't feel like vomiting, I'm going to consider that a win. That's it. So the bar's quite low for myself.
Wow. I mean, the thought of peppermint or hot cocoa makes you queasy. That's not good. We're going to be talking a lot about Christmas stuff over the next few hours. We're here with you till 6 o'clock. Welcome to the Scott and Kat Show on London's official Christmas station. We're 1031 Fresh Radio. I don't even know who did it. Maybe it was Octavia. She's the producer of the Scott and Kat Show, for those who don't know. And she was feeling very festive and decided to wrap a long strand of tinsel around the arms that hold the microphones.
Yes. I mean, did I maybe suggest that would be a good idea? Yes. Why? Is there a complaint? Do you not like it?
It's not that I don't like it. I love that you wanted to decorate. I'm just noticing that almost like a Christmas tree that hasn't been watered in a while, this is I don't know where you got this tinsel, but
I know what you're going to say.
It's all falling all over the board. And
I noticed it yesterday. I had to do a couple of these in the middle of the show.
And we have these sliders, for those who don't know. Picture like a DJ mixer. There's those things that you turn up and down, the volumes. Well, there's obviously a little slot there. I wonder how much tinsel has fallen into this mixer here that we use on the radio.
Don't tell our amazing, fabulous, fantastic engineering team.
You're just
Do not
kissing
tell
up.
them.
You are kissing up.
Well, we have to, Scott. Put in the work. Because we could get in trouble. It's okay. It's better than spilling hot chocolate on it like some other people we work with.
Did somebody spill a hot chocolate?
No, I don't know. I'm
Wouldn't surprise me.
I think so.
No.
Listen, allegedly.
Is that a rumor?
Yeah, that's a rumor.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. What happens in that scenario? Do you get do they make you buy like a new $30,000 radio mixer?
You just run and keep running.
Well, today was my last day. See you later, folks.
It's been fun.
Yeah, I guess there's really no other possibility. You've just got to get out of there before they start asking questions.
Just get out of there. Change your name. Move.
Is tinsel, it looks metallic. Is it metal? Like, is there a risk that this could short the whole thing out?
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. It's it's pure Dollarama goodness, like that quality level is like up way up here, Scott. I'm sure it's perfectly fine.
I'm sure it's fine. Kat's famous last words. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. Only the best for $1.50.
The Christmas decorations at Dollarama. You could, if you wanted to, decorate your entire home or office at Dollarama.
You could.
But I don't know that people are necessarily doing that. Little accents here and there, like, oh my God, it just started raining tinsel.
Again? Yeah, don't touch it.
It's not alive, is it? Because it's losing, like a tree would lose needles.
Yeah. Did you water it? Wait a minute. That's a bad idea.
Well, we are here with you for as long as the board will go. And once we short it out with all this tinsel dust that's falling into the mixer here, then I don't know what happens. Hopefully, you'll come back another day when we're back on the air.
Hopefully, you'll find us. Just keep moving the dial.
Oh, that's great.
More of the Scott and Kat Show is coming up on the home of today's best music. 103.1 Fresh Radio.
This is wild, Kat. A dog who fled from her family within 24 hours of being adopted has been found in England after living on her own in the woods for more than 6 years.
And she ran from Canada all the way to England. No, that's crazy. That's a long time. And how did they know?
That's a great question. Lost Dog Recovery UK said their team members were alerted to a stray dog in West Sussex late last month. Cameras were set up to investigate where this loose canine was going, if it was a pet or just a wild dog. They discovered the dog was a black, I hope I say this right, Patterdale Terrier. Neighbors told rescuers they'd been feeding that stray dog for years. The dog was lured into a trap with some chicken. That's how they got it. Then the dog did some research, checked the microchip. It was reported missing 6.5 years ago by a family who adopted her.
Wow.
Well, first off, how does that feel if you adopt a dog and it bolts within 24 hours?
Yeah, like, this is something we said. Is your bed not comfortable enough?
I'd rather live in the forest than here.
Nope, not doing this. I'll take my chances out there.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you're a dog owner. I'm a dog owner. Do you ever hear stories like that and think, there's no way my dog could survive more than a day out in the forest? They're way too domesticated. I mean, it takes survival instincts to just live out in the woods. My dog is used to having like a catered lunch and he sleeps in the bed unless I force him to get off.
Yeah, for sure. Most dogs are a little bougie, so I don't know if they do. It's like, any person. Like, I don't think I'd do well in a forest either, to be perfectly honest and fair. Like, I wouldn't last a day either out there. But this is like basically a puppy when he ran off, right?
I don't think
he ran off, or no?
I think it was not a puppy,
young?
but also not old.
That's impressive then.
I think so too.
That's very impressive.
It just makes me question the survival skills of my dog. Like maybe he's got it too good right now. I don't even think he could last in the backyard overnight.
You think we should do like a Survivor style thing?
Yes.
Just put them on an island and just like, there you go. And you're going to win a bone, dog treat or something. I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out. And let's see how long you last. It's kind of like a little test. Nah, my dog wouldn't last. He couldn't do it.
My dog wouldn't either. He'd be like, hunt for what? Food? No, I don't think so. No. The family that lost this dog say they were happy to hear that she is alive and well. She will now be cared for by Last Chance Animal Rescue and available for adoption soon. In other words, the family who adopted her, the dog bolted after 24 hours, been gone 6.5 years. They're not going to give the dog back to the family who adopted it. They're just going to put it up for adoption again.
Wow. Well, that's fair, though. 6 years is a long time. A lot of things change.
Would you want a dog back that bailed on you?
Yeah, it's not like you had enough time to bond with the dog. So it's not like you could sit there and be like, but they're part of my family. Well, the dog didn't really want to be a part of your family, clearly. The dog spoke for itself in that situation. I'm okay with the family not getting it. And if they actually do want the dog, then they go through the proper adoption process like everybody else has to.
What do you suppose goes through the dog's mind when they walk into the rescue with an adoption paper? Like, oh, God, here we go again.
No.
Let me make it clear. I will bolt again. That's great, though. A happy ending. Dog is happy and safe, and all's well that ends well. Kat, have you heard about the ones that bought these gift cards for Disney, and then it turns out they bought the wrong gift cards?
I saw that on TikTok, and I laughed at the expense of another person, I'll admit it, but how does this happen?
Andy Costin is her name, if you've seen the video and didn't catch that. Going viral after posting updates on TikTok after her family planned a trip to Disney for Christmas. Now, this was supposed to happen 3 years ago, but it got put off because of the pandemic. Well, it was supposed to happen this year. They were finally going. They say, we finally planned it for Christmas. All 16 of my family members were going to Disney World. To save some money, my parents bought $10,000 worth of Disney gift cards to purchase our tickets and restaurant reservations. She says, I went home this weekend and they were having problems loading the gift cards correctly and purchasing the tickets. And that's when she looked at the gift cards and realized, oh no, you didn't buy $10,000 in Disney gift cards. You bought $10,000 in gift cards for Disney Plus.
Oh no.
The streaming service.
All this streaming. $10,000. How many years do you get for that? 10, probably.
At the rate they're going.
Just kidding.
Andy says her parents, who usually don't use streaming services, didn't realize there was a difference between Disney and Disney Plus.
I could understand how you wouldn't, if you didn't know, right?
She asked for a little bit of help. She says, we leave in 6 days and the parks are selling out fast because it's Christmas. My mom is distraught, dad is frustrated, and the kids are worried we won't get into Disney. Now, the good news here is that post obviously went viral. I think most people have seen it by now. And they were able to turn that $10,000 in Disney streaming gift cards into $10,000 worth of Disney parks gift cards.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's great.
Yeah, that's good.
Some people asking, well, wait, why would they buy gift cards anyway? Just go and pay at the park. Okay, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, it's easy. You just swipe the card and it's good. It's like having a credit card, but you've already paid for it. There's also a lot of people that only pay for things with gift cards because you can write off gift cards. CRA doesn't really like it when you try and write off a trip to Disney, but writing off Disney gift cards, you could say those are client gifts, and then it turns perfectly legit.
Don't tell them about our things that we do.
We all
Do they know that?
The CRA? I think they must know that we do that.
No,
it's a
that's
great
legit.
tax hack.
No, it's fine. All of my clients ask for purses for a gift. It's
Do
fine.
they? Yeah, that's
oh,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like your thing, right? You always give clients brand new designer purses.
Sure. Yeah, obviously.
Did you try and claim that new car of yours as a gift as well? Oh, I bought a client a nice car. Why wouldn't Disney gift cards? Why does Disney have different gift cards? Why is there a Disney Plus one and a Disney Parks one and a Disney one? Why can't just a Disney gift card be a Disney card?
Oh, they have different divisions. I'm sure it's all like technical behind the scenes stuff. They have different divisions. It's not like the same person who runs the parks runs the streaming service. It's a very, very, very big company.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I can kind of see how this would happen.
Right? It's not like we decide what goes on the W network over here. Do you know what I mean?
We should decide what
But
goes
we
on
should. Thank you.
That'd be a very different channel if I ran it. Very, very different. In any case, the family is going to Disney. They're leaving this weekend. They're going to get in. I don't know how 16 people are going to do Disney for $10,000, but that's on them to figure out. It's expensive to go to Disney. And
Sure
I did
is.
not know that Christmas is one of the busiest days of the year there. I
Yeah.
would have thought people were staying home doing Christmas stuff.
I've only seen videos of it, but what they do on Christmas, it looks beautiful. I would love to go on Christmas. Maybe one year I will.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll try it out sometime too.
Yeah.
That's great. Good for them. They're heading to Florida this weekend.
1031 Fresh Radio, London's official Christmas station. Our buddy Sven is back. We know you know, because you've been calling in every morning. 7:20 once again. Tomorrow is your chance to play. If you do get through, good on ya. All you have to do is say, Sven, stop shoveling. And that's your chance to win a bunch of great things. Amazing prizes for the holiday season. Congrats to our winners so far. And good luck tomorrow.
Is that what that is? Because I saw a little Sven there on our website, and I didn't know what it was, and I've been off for a couple of days. So that little guy there can win you prizes in the morning.
Yeah, he just shovels and shovels and shovels like a good guy in the wintertime.
Does he yodel or anything, or just shovel?
I don't know if he's a yodeler. But then once you tell him to stop shoveling, that's when a prize appears. And it doesn't necessarily, what I've learned is you can let him shovel for a little bit longer. I don't know if it necessarily means you're going to get something better, though.
Oh.
From what I can tell thus far. But hey, I'm not going to tell you how to play the game. Just listen tomorrow, and Mark will outline that one for you.
Fresh mornings, great way to start the day. Okay, that's great. Oh, and by the way, I know it's not even Christmas yet, so is it too soon? Is it a holiday violation now to talk about the new year before Christmas? Is that a holiday violation?
I don't think so. I think it's in the back of all our minds. Are you talking like New Year's and like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day?
No, I was thinking more of the contests that we're doing in the new year. We've got some big stuff coming up in January.
Are we allowed to? Maybe we can give some hints. Can we drop some hints on that?
They specifically said no hints. So let us tell you, we're sending you somewhere.
If you like travel, you'll like it. Is that too much?
That's way
Did I
too
say
much.
too much?
Like, here's the line,
Oh,
and there's
no.
you over it looking back.
Oh, no. It's so good.
It's really good. Okay, listen, we can't tell you much more now. All I'm saying is that you listen to 1031 Fresh Radio, playing Christmas music right through till Christmas Day. It all ends on Boxing Day, and we go back to our regular Today's Best Music. And then after that, we're back, and there's a big contest coming. So that's all you get for now. Just keep an eye on our website for all the details. It's the Scott and Kat Show with you till 6 o'clock. 1031 Fresh Radio, London's official Christmas station. Hi there. It's the Scott and Kat Show. Coming up in just a sec. We know that there's going to be gatherings. We know that there's going to be family dinners. We know all that stuff is about to happen in the next few days. Occasionally, usually it's distant relatives, sometimes parents, sometimes grandparents. They'll ask some fairly invasive questions.
Oh, it happens, Scott. Absolutely.
It's a list with 5 questions, and a lot of people weighed in on this to create the list. The questions you hate the most when you sit down for that table with all those family and friends that maybe you only see once a year at Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all in that boat, right?
The number one question that we hate getting asked is one that I never in a million years would have guessed, but it makes perfect sense. It's perfect, and yes, I think we're probably all going to get asked this question at some point over the holidays. I'm going to tell you the top 5 questions we want to avoid, and that number 1, which may or may not shock you. That's coming up in just a few, right here on the Scott and Kat Show. A lot of people participated in this survey to find out what questions are just too offside for the Christmas dinner table or the New Year's table, the gathering with your family that you have over the holidays.
Yeah.
Which questions are just too much that you hate being asked? I'll tell you, number 1 makes perfect sense, but I never saw it coming. We'll get to that in just a sec. I got a top 5 here for you. The worst one is number 5. How's your ex?
Why would you ask that, though?
Oh, my goodness.
Why would you ask that?
Why
would you ask that? Like, we're all here, we're gathered, we're supposed to be having a good time. You're going to drag my ex into it? What are you doing?
Well, in previous years, the ex may have been there at that table. Maybe somebody's curious, like, hey, how's such and such? I don't want to talk about that person at Christmas dinner.
You don't.
Number 4, when are you getting married?
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Feel bad for both my kids because they're both now university grads, and it seems to be right around the end of university. People start asking that question. I don't know. Why don't you calm down, Grandma?
Yeah. So you thinking about marriage? You thinking about death?
Have you started retirement planning?
Yeah. Have you looked into any good nursing homes lately? Why don't we start throwing those questions your way?
Can you imagine just turning around on the old people? You seen any good nursing homes lately?
That'd be so bad. You just come with pamphlets to one, like every time they ask you one of those questions.
I got this in the mail the other day and thought you might appreciate it.
Awful. That's awful.
So number 5 is how's your ex? Number 4, when are you getting married? Number 3, who are you voting for, or what do you think of Trudeau?
Okay, come on.
We don't need to do that at the dinner table at Christmas.
Thank you.
We don't need to do that. Not there.
Thank you.
Any other place. Not there.
you.
Do that while you're having a smoke in the garage or something.
Like later, after a couple of scotches, when most of the grandmas and things, when people leave, when it's not too, you're in a safe spot. You know what I mean? Otherwise, don't bring it up like when everyone's about to eat.
Number 2, have you gained or lost weight? We don't need to bring weight into this.
Sure.
We don't.
Who does? But again, like that to me is under the category of like, who does that?
So I have actually lost a decent amount of weight since summer. I'm down about 35 pounds. Someone might be tempted to say, oh, have you lost weight? I don't like that any more than, have you gained weight? Just leave me alone. You do your thing, I'll do mine.
I don't understand the commenting on someone's body in general thing. Like for me, I don't get it.
And the number 1 question that comes up that people hate, and again, I wouldn't have guessed this, but it makes perfect sense. Number 1 is, how come you don't visit more often?
Oh, I didn't think about that one.
Well, because I prioritize my life and you're not even in the top 10. That's why.
I think I'd look around and be like, but I'm here now. What? Maybe it's because you asked me those kind of questions every time I come here.
Those are 2 great responses. A, because you asked me those questions, and B, I'm here right now.
Yeah, like, what do you mean? What do you want? Is that what we do when we get together? Like, even if it's 2 months from now, are you going to ask me why I don't call more or come more? I'm here. You got me. I'm here.
Why do you come here more often? Because it sounds like an interrogation. That's why. Holy. So, what'd you get asked? What did you get asked? What was the uncomfortable question you got asked?
What do we want to avoid? What topics? It could be a topic. It could be a question. What can you not stand? And you hear it maybe more so this time of year than any other time.
We've got the top 5 here. Let's add to it. Let's make it a top 10. Give us your best. 1-833-915-SHOW. Could be marriage. Could be about the food. It could be politics. It could be anything else. You let us know, and we'll have your texts coming up on the Scott and Kat Show. Hey there, it's the Scott and Kat Show. If you're just throwing the radio on, we're doing a Christmas-type conversation here, and we're talking about those uncomfortable conversations that always seem to happen over the holidays. Got a top 5 of the questions that people hate being asked the most. Number 5, how's your ex?
Ugh, I still don't know why you would. Why would you do that?
I can kind of see it. Maybe that ex had been there at that dinner table in the past, and now they're not there. So maybe somebody might think this is an appropriate time to bring it up. I can assure you, not an appropriate time to bring it up. Number 4, when are you getting married? Number 3, who are you voting for? Or what do you think of Trudeau? Number 2, have you gained or lost weight? And number 1, the question that people hate being asked the most. How come you don't visit more often? I have a million other things I'd rather do.
We do have some additions to that list. And some people commenting on the list that we gave, including this one. My mom always asks me that first question. My response is, I always say something like, I'm busy. I do have a life, but I am here now. So let's just enjoy it. And then someone else saying, way to go, Kat, turning it around on grandma. Well, I just said, like, if someone's bugging you about something and they're a little older, why do you ask them? But hey, have you looked at any good nursing homes lately? I mean, you could ask, right? But
maybe it's time to downsize a little, grandma.
By far, we had the most text messages for the addition of, when are you having kids? When are you going to have kids?
Again, I feel bad for my kids. They're university age. One's graduated, one's about to. And I know that question is going to come up, maybe from my own mother. When are you going to have kids? What's next? Blah, blah, blah. And I don't think either of them wants to answer that question. I actually feel bad for them in advance.
My goodness, yes. Someone here says, have you started trying for kids? Is one of those questions. It's awful considering so many couples who struggle. And there's a couple of texters who say they get asked every year, even though the people in their life kind of know that they've been trying. And will there be grandkids running around? All those things. So intrusive, says this texter, especially since you don't know if that person may be trying unsuccessfully. So let this be a lesson to everybody. If you're considering asking someone about that, probably just don't. Unless they bring it up in the conversation, they want to talk to you about something, don't bring it up. Is that fair?
That's a fair way to handle it.
Okay.
Sure, absolutely.
Good. I like this one. I got to ask you about this one too, because your kids are right around this age. I mean, they're in school now. But this texter says, I hate any questions that feel like they come from a place of judgment. My oldest is currently applying to university. My husband's family is asking a lot about what school, what program, why that program, and lots of follow-up questions.
Are there good jobs in that industry?
Yes. There's already so much pressure on these 17-year-olds. They don't need relatives that see them once a year offering their judgment on a Christmas platter. Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
You think so?
Not really. I don't feel like there's any more pressure on 17-year-olds today than there's ever been on 17-year-olds. I just think they handle and metabolize stress a little differently now than they used to.
I remember the same thing, though. And not just like relatives, but like friends' parents. Oh, really? Their jobs in that? You have to move far away, though? Have you thought about that?
Could I, as dad, jump in and run some interference there and say, hey, don't ask them those type of questions. I get to ask them those types of questions.
Yeah, I'm paying the bills around here. Why don't you worry about that? That's what I would probably say to that. Hey, do you want to give me some money to go to a different program? Or is that what you're offering me right now?
Dad, if you really want to know, here's the tuition bill. Why don't you jump in and get involved here? Handle that.
Let me ask you how you feel about this one that was added into the equation here. I've never liked the question, how's work going? During the holiday family meal. Ooh. Ask me that away from the table. On my day off, I don't want to think about work.
Interesting. I can see why you wouldn't necessarily want to talk about work or not go too in depth, but it could also be a very casual chit-chat kind of thing. Hey, how's work? Yeah, it's fine. I don't know, same as always. Living the dream. Everybody says stuff like that.
Right.
I don't think you need to go in depth. Well, let me tell you about my boss Dave or something like that.
Okay, what do you think about this? Because it's a very generic question. What's new?
Oh, what's new?
Do you like the what's new? Do you prefer a specific question about your work or about your anything else in your life? Or are you okay with what's new? I find that one an overwhelming one. I'm like, oh, geez, since I've seen you last, where do you want to start?
Last Christmas?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's take you back to January and we'll start there and we'll move through the months. I never know what to say because I'm like, I don't want to bore you. What do you mean what's new? Is there anything specific that you want from me? Right?
What's new? Foreclosure, actually. Yes, we're getting ready to move. The bank says we can't live here anymore. So enjoy dinner.
A texter, by the way, backs you up. It says, Scott, yes, you can use the dad card. Support your kids who should not be getting those awkward questions.
Yeah, you've got to run some interference there and help them out. I mean, we have a few more social lessons and years of experience under our belts. We can run interference on that and maybe help some of the older generation who doesn't understand that maybe some of these questions may be a little inappropriate.
And let's all remember this as we get older, right? I mean, it might come a time, like, don't be that guy either, Scott, who's asking, like, if your kids get married one day and then a couple years go by, when am I getting the grandkids? Don't be that guy.
No.
Don't be that guy.
No. It's more like, we better not have any grandkids. Not for a while. It's going to take a while. Hope you're ready to wait, because waiting is fun. Did we cover them off?
I think so, yes. Thank you so much for your text suggestions, and hopefully we help some people out here today.
Have you seen the woman who went to social to talk about the potato that she got for a Christmas bonus?
No. What?
Okay. First off, you keep in mind, it's the tot that counts. Oh, you know what? I should do it. You know what? I don't normally like to do that for myself, but when I come up with it's usually you who has all the good puns.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I mean, well deserved.
Okay, back to the story. A woman was left feeling a little salty. Okay, I'll stop doing that now. Woman left feeling a little salty upon learning about her holiday bonus. And I know that a lot of workplaces are really struggling this year themselves. It hasn't been a great year for them either. And they're trying to cut some costs here and there. So this company decided, as a nice bonus for their staff at the holidays, they were going to bring in a potato bar.
A potato bar? A whole bar of potatoes?
Yeah. So they bring in all these baked potatoes.
Did they turn it into vodka? Because that's the only way this makes sense to me.
No, the potato bar I've seen it. It's kind of neat. I've seen it at like weddings and stuff. So they set up all these baked potatoes and then load them up however you want. There's chives and there's bacon and there's sour cream and you can put like queso on it, whatever you want. You make yourself a potato.
Okay, it's kind of like the poutine buffets. We've seen those before. Very Canadian thing to do. Midnight tables have done that.
Right. So they thought that this was a good idea to treat the staff before the holidays. They've created now a potato bar. Now, unfortunately, this company seems like they're a bit of a stickler for details. They figure the value of the potato bar for each employee was about $15. So they will get taxed on that on their next check.
What?
Well, nothing's free, Kat. The government needs their cut. If you're running a potato bar, the government's got to get their cut.
Wow.
So they are being taxed on it. And the woman originally went out on social and she said, is this ridiculous or what? This is my company bonus? A potato? I can't eat more than one potato. This is crazy. And apparently this is an upgrade because last year the Christmas bonus was a 30-minute video conference with the company's executive leadership team.
That was a bonus. Wow. Oh, gosh. Wait, everybody, get a pen and paper. Write down this company so you can apply. Everybody, quickly.
Potatoes apparently are now currency.
Tell me they're hiring.
Well, listen. I mean, hey, like I said, a lot of offices are doing stuff. We're having a small little Christmas gathering, and it's kind of similar to this, except we're having a pizza party, and we have to pay $5 for it. $5 each.
It's going to the social committee, okay? I'm not on the social committee, but I'm sure they do good work.
I'm sure they do. We only see them like once a year, but that's good. Hey, at $5, sure. It's cheaper than buying a slice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so we got a pizza party, and this woman got a potato that she will be taxed on, but she got a potato bar for the day. Just made me wonder, what'd you get this year? What'd you get? Did you get anything? Was it cash? Was it what you were expecting? A little less than in previous years? Tell us about your Christmas bonus. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be this year. Tell us about the best of the worst bonuses you ever got. Let's have some fun with this at 1-833-915-SHOW. We will have your texts coming up on the Scott and Kat Show. If you're just throwing the radio on, having a conversation about this woman who has now gone viral on Twitter, X, because she pointed out that her company, as her year-end bonus, little treat from the company to honor the hard work all year, decided, no money, we're going to bring in a potato bar. So they set up this potato bar with all these baked potatoes and, hey, all the sour cream and chives and bacon you want. No problem. Sky's the limit. But then on top of just giving them a potato bar, they also made it a taxable benefit and actually took the money off their checks.
I can't believe it. So we're asking you just about your bonuses because we like to be nosy now and again, quite frankly.
Extremely nosy.
Hello. Every year we get frozen turkeys. Sometimes it sits in the freezer till next year.
You know, that's good, though. I mean, I liked it when I've worked at companies before that used to give out a turkey, and it was great. Even if I didn't use it that year, it was nice to have it in the freezer for when I randomly felt like turkey in July.
This is nice. I got a $10,000 Christmas bonus. That said, it's about $5,000 after taxes. Yeah, those dang taxes get you every time.
Every time.
This is our Christmas party. We got dessert, a small candy cane, 2 chocolate balls, and a candy. And not to mention, there wasn't enough food for everyone. I know I work for a nonprofit, but geez. Okay, very good. Someone else with a big Christmas bonus, and then a $100 gift card on top of that, and swag bags.
Wow, that's really good.
Wow.
You don't hear bonuses like that very often anymore, do you?
No, there's another one with a $1,000 Christmas bonus. Wow. $5 Tim's gift card from the hospital that this person works at. Well, it's better than nothing.
That's
I
that's
guess.
a couple free coffees. Okay. All right. Maybe a breakfast sandwich, if you will.
Oh, no. And we get a Christmas dinner. Okay, fine. All right, so lots of Christmas dinners and Christmas parties, and that is your Christmas bonus.
I kind of wish that companies would come to the employees and say, hey, listen, we have a smaller budget this year for bonuses, but we got a choice. We can bring in a pizza party. You can drop $100 on pizza and garlic knots. Or we can just give you the money instead. You'll each get $10. I think I'd probably take the $10 than the pizza.
Yeah.
Personally.
I think a lot of people would.
I think so too. And do we have to tax this? Is there nothing that we can keep off the books here? I mean, why are you taxing people for a potato? We don't even tax on groceries. Why are you taxing people for that?
It just seems so silly. It seems so silly.
You know, in hindsight, they probably would have been better off to do nothing at all. Nobody would have said anything either way. But the fact that they did do it, and it's nice that they did something, it just falls really short of the mark, I think.
And to the people who work at places where it's like you get in the hospital, the hospital workers, I mentioned one of them said they got a $5 Tim's gift card. And then there's someone here who says, as a nurse, nothing. And that breaks my heart. I know.
The hospital.
Don't get us started, okay?
The hospital one in particular gets me fired up because while those nurses are getting $5 gift cards or nothing at all, you know the people running the place are getting cash bonuses.
Absolutely. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but I don't even think they can receive something from like patients, if I'm not mistaken. Because in my time when I was ever in the hospital, I wanted to gift the nurse with something. And that nurse, at least at the time, was like, oh, we can't accept.
So wait a second.
That's not right.
I'm allowed to tip the guy who made my sub at Subway, but I can't tip a nurse who gets me an extra glass of water or sneaks me some Jell-O?
I think it depends where you work, but you're not allowed to accept gifts in some instances. Even when your work doesn't do it for you, at least if a patient does, you can't accept it. That's messed up.
It is messed up. Great text here, everybody. Thank you. You can reach us anytime at 1-833-915-SHOW.
Scott and Kat, weekdays from 3 to 6 on 103.1 Fresh Radio.
The Princess Margaret Home Lottery did their bonus draw on Friday. Guy from Guelph, his name is Alex Ryu, won the $1.2 million penthouse, Toronto waterfront. Eventually, though, this one will be connected right to the path. I've been dying to play that card for years, where you never have to go above ground ever again. You can just live your life in the sewers like the Ninja Turtles. If you live right connected to the path, you never have to see sunlight again, everyone.
You never have to leave.
Scott and Kat, weekdays from 3 to 6 on 103.1 Fresh Radio.
It's the Scott and Kat Show, and here we are. Christmas week. Countdown is on to the big day, and it seems like, and this happens every year, people start to wind down earlier and earlier. It seems like certain industries have just sort of shut down. I mean, I know the malls are still a little busy.
Yeah.
I know that the outlets are still very busy. Mm-hmm. But boy, oh boy, there's certain industries that are they're not taking calls. They're not answering phones.
Quiet.
They're just wrapping up.
She's quiet. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. This week, you kind of notice things fizzle down a little bit. But isn't that nice? It's nice to just take a break. And for those people who are usually like stressed out, there are certain businesses, though, that are very busy this time of year. But others, yeah, you're right. They're just so chill. Good on you. Enjoy the chill time while you can.
Even around here, I think a lot of people are starting to feel it, starting to wind it down, which means you can get incredible customer service if now's the time you'd like to buy some advertising. But other than that, I mean, we're just doing what we do. And that's great. Hey, hopefully everybody gets in some good R&R over the holidays, because I feel like this has been one heck of a year. You know, from start to finish, people have gotten their butts kicked by interest rates and inflation, and a rough Christmas for some, but I hope that we at least get a little R&R and family time over the holidays. As we look at it now, today is the final day of fall. And that's always weird to hear this close to Christmas, but winter starts at the same time every year.
That's right.
Winter starts tomorrow at 10:27 p.m.
Still won't really feel like it. Like, I know we've had the cold temps, but yeah, it's weird to think that winter is here, because I feel like it was just fall. Like, we just had the first day of fall. That's what I feel like anyway.
Yes. Well, for what it's worth, winter arrives tomorrow. Does that mean white Christmas? Absolutely not.
Nah. Throw those dreams out the window.
Well, I'm looking at the forecast for the next couple of days, and it's on some people's minds. There's some who really, really feel like they need a white Christmas to get completely into the spirit. Saturday, sunshine, 4 degrees. Sunday, Christmas Eve, cloudy, 6 degrees. Oh, we're going the wrong way.
Oh.
Christmas Day, cloudy, 7 degrees. There's a chance of rain on Boxing Day, 60% chance, but a high 6 degrees. We're likely not going to see any snow until closer to the new year.
I'm dreaming of a weird Christmas, just like the climate change ones I know. Hey, hopefully that doesn't hinder your Christmas spirit. I'm in it, man. I'm in it. I'm in the Christmas mode. I've been crushing Christmas movies. I'm ready to go. I'm feeling it. It's a feeling more so than whatever's happening around you, I think.
Guys, I know how to get under Kat's skin. I know how to push Kat's buttons, especially at this time of year.
What
I'm going to be
did
very,
they say?
very honest. What I'm about to say
What are you going to do?
is 100% true.
No.
And it gives Kat the willies when I say it.
Don't say it. I know what you're going to say. I know.
There's lots of time to shop. Lots of time. In fact, I usually don't even start until closer to this coming weekend.
Oh, yeah.
However, I did buy one thing, only because I had to ship it out to the West Coast for my daughter.
Fair enough. Hey, the stores are there and they have the things in them. You're absolutely right. There's time. Even if you want to shop on the 24th. That's when I plan to do all the grocery stuff, because I'm hosting another thing and I have people coming over. The grocery stores are going to be a gong show, though, too,
Absolutely.
right? You kind of don't even think about that part of it, because people are worried about, like, the gifting and all the other things. The grocery stores, like, sometimes the lineups are insane and we have to check out ourselves most of the time. So, oh gosh, that takes 9 times the amount of time.
Mm-hmm. I saw a group, I believe it was a hockey team, that were fundraising for a trip over to Europe over the holidays by bagging groceries at a grocery store near my place the other day. They were just taking tips. Hey, we'll bag your groceries. If you could chip in like $2 or something like that for our trip, we'll be happy to bag your groceries for you.
Did they do a good job, though? Like, did they have someone supervise? Because I feel like some young people wouldn't know to, like, not put bread at the bottom and then put a carton of milk over top of it. Do you know what I mean?
I experienced no difficulties.
Good.
I thought they did a fine job.
Fabulous.
But I'm also not very good at it. I mean, you kind of take for granted that the people who check you out at the grocery store are professionals at bagging. And I'm not.
Some are, though. To some, it's an art. And they're like, no, don't put that in that bag. I have a plan. And they could see ahead. It's almost like they're like Rain Man, and in their mind, they're just like, hang on a second, I got this.
I know what you mean. I watched one woman at a grocery store. It was a Longo's, and the way she was putting things in my green bin, it was like watching an expert play Tetris. Yeah. It was wild.
It's impressive.
Let me ask you another question, though, because this one I'm a little indifferent on. We have not a ton of time to go before the holidays, about 5 more shopping days. Do you trust Amazon and Well and all those places when they offer the complimentary gift wrapping? Do you trust that it's going to be a good gift wrap? And will people be able to see right through that and think, there's no way Scott wrapped that?
Do they do gift wrapping at Amazon? I know that they'll make it a gift, but they don't gift wrap it, do they?
I know Well does, for example.
Oh,
you
that's
can get
nice.
it gift wrapped. I
That's
just don't know
cool.
if I necessarily trust the people gift wrapping.
I don't know if I do. Well, I mean, ask yourself how good you are at wrapping and then just be like, are you okay with anything a little better than that?
I wonder if you can request, could you like man it up a little bit and make it not look very good?
You want it to purposely look like you did it?
Just make it, like, leave some frayed edges and stuff. Make it look like a guy wrapped it. If you could do that, that'd be great. Very authentic for me.
Whatever amount of tape you're going to use, multiply it by 10. Then she'll think I did it.
Well, there's some options to get it gift wrapped if you're ordering it online, so shop around and have fun.
More of the Scott and Kat Show is coming up on the home of today's best music. 103.1 Fresh Radio.
London's official Christmas station is 103.1 Fresh Radio, Scott and Kat Show. Before we leave, because I know you're making all your Christmas plans and stuff, but don't forget about New Year's Eve too. You can party with us. The Christmas music will be gone by then, of course, and the party anthems are in. Turn Up 24 with Mr. D and DJ Buddha will be on from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. on New Year's Eve, taking you all the way through. So there's your party anthems for the New Year's Eve celebrations.
Actually, that whole New Year's weekend is going to be fantastic. Not only do we have that, Tony Ross is doing some countdowns that weekend, and those are always great to listen to. So, hey, make sure you just leave it right here, 103.1 Fresh Radio. For now, we're London's official Christmas station, and we will be that way until about 11:59 on Monday night. By the way, we're down to the final 24 hours of fall. Winter officially begins tomorrow. And as I look at the winter forecast, or the weekly forecast, there's nothing wintry about it right now, Kat.
We, the most wintry thing that you're going to get is this station. More than the weather, this station is more wintry than the weather itself.
Listen to this. It's 0 overnight tonight. The low is 0. Tomorrow, 3 degrees. It'll be 2 degrees on Friday. It'll be 5 degrees on Saturday, 6 degrees on Christmas Eve, 7 degrees on Christmas, 7 on Christmas.
That's a weird one, but
good bonfire weather or something like that.
I was going to say, maybe it's a chance for you to do something that you don't usually do. Bonfire's a great idea.
Good for those people that like to deep fry their turkeys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Got to do that out in the driveway or the backyard.
Cousin Eddie will be just jacked, ready to go. So excited.
Friends, we got to go. This was a lot of fun today. And thank you to everyone who took the time to send us a text message at 1-833-915-SHOW. We'll be back tomorrow from 3 till 6 right here on Fresh.
Bye, friends.